Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Um, in this video, we're just going to talk about really quick where we could see the 5 boroughs of New York City in Bible prophecy. So here on your screen are the 5 boroughs of New York City as they are known. So right off the bat, we see this in Isaiah 19, verse 18. In that day shall the 5 cities of the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts, and one shall be called the city of destruction. Now, when we look at all the different translations, the Septuagint, the Targum, they're all generally the same. The Targum translation clears, makes it a little more clear of what's going on here. Bet Shemesh is a large city in Egypt. It's clearly referring to New York City as the city of destruction. Now the language of Canaan. Let's talk about the language of Canaan. So according to our Bibles, Canaan is the son of Ham, the ancestor of the nation of the Canaanites. So, look, it's my opinion, just to get to the bottom line, that the Bible translations of Isaiah 19:18 are incorrect. We are already speaking the language of Canaan. Of course, Canaan is the arch rival, the rudimentary arch rival of the Israelites. We are already speaking the language of Canaan, so to speak. So the only way this verse makes sense is we're not speaking about Canaan, the son of Ham. Now, remember, Ham was the son of Noah that led the world astray. I believe we're talking about Canaan, the son of Enosh. That's what I believe the scriptures really should be interpreted as. And on your screen is, our Bibles don't really tell us much about Canaan. That's probably why it's misinterpreted in our Bibles. But the book of Yashar does tell us about Canaan. And he tells us, the book of Yashar tells us that Canaan was a righteous man and was high in wisdom and taught many people righteousness, as this excerpt that you see on your screen. So, again, I'm going to repeat myself. The only way this verse makes sense is that it's referring to the language of Canaan, son of Enosh, not Canaan, the son of Ham. So that's something that should be said. It's really cool, really amazing. And these 5 cities are clearly the 5 boroughs of New York City. Now, we also see the 5 boroughs of New York City in another prophecy in the Wisdom of Solomon. Here we are. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're in the 1611 KJV. So, chapter 10, verse 6 and 7. When the ungodly perished, she, being wisdom, delivered the righteous man who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities. Okay? This is, God is going to recompense the 5 cities. We already have prophetic words that God is going to do something in the 5 boroughs that he's never done before. Him, to the 5 boroughs alone. This confirms what you see on your screen, these prophecies. Now, verse 7 is really amazing because this takes us into a messianic prophecy of Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah, comparing the wickedness of today as Sodom and Gomorrah, which, of course, it is. And as you see on your screen, this will also open up the prophecies of Revelation 18, 9 through 20. So that's something to see as well. But these are the only instances that I know that there is a mention of 5 cities in Bible prophecy, and they are clearly referring to the 5 boroughs of New York City. Really amazing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I pray this is building and edification. Thank you for tuning in. Good night. Now, before I go, there is something I want to add. If you read and study these prophecies, they really paint an apocalyptic picture, especially for New York City. And maybe that will come to pass one day in some way or another, but I don't believe that's the case. I believe this is a spiritual fire, a spiritual destruction. He's going to destroy all the witchcraft. As we read in the book of Yasher, Canaan had dominion over spirits and demons. Really amazing. So, because this is what the Lord has been showing me. The enemy is hoping on sudden calamities, tsunamis, earthquakes, atomic attacks, all that kind of stuff. But what the Lord has been showing me, if they do that, and it might happen, there will be a supernatural intervention, and it will turn on them. And the righteous and I believe the masses and the innocent will be protected, and the wicked will not. That's what I believe the Lord has been showing me. So if you study these prophecies, I don't want people to get the impression that, New York City is bound for destruction. What I think it means by a city of destruction, I think, is a spiritual destruction, the destruction of wickedness. If you do witchcraft in New York City, you're going to start to get sick. The witchcraft is going to turn on you. You're going to have no choice but to leave. This is the stuff the Lord has been showing me. So that's what I think the prophecies mean. So, okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.